The college football spotlight shifts to Sacramento this afternoon as the Hornets return home looking to make a little history. Under clear skies and a sizzling 94-degree afternoon, Sacramento State welcomes FCS West, aka Mississippi Valley State somehow, as FCS West, after a hard-fought 21-13 loss at Eastern Michigan in the program's first ever FBS game and MAC contest. The Hornets showed they could compete, carrying a 10-3 lead into the fourth quarter before the Eagles rallied in the fourth. One of the biggest bright spots was senior running back Jamar Curtis, who rushed for 111 yards and a touchdown on 21 carries, giving Sacramento State a dependable foundation to build on. Now the Hornets have a chance to respond in front of their home fans and earn the first FBS victory in program history. FCS West/Mississippi Valley State would love to spoil the occasion, but Sacramento State knows it let one slip away a week ago and will be eager to finish the job this time. The stage is set for another important afternoon in this new era of Hornets football as FCS West/Mississippi Valley State takes on the Sacramento State Hornets coming up next.
Welcome to Sacramento State Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the River Toads and the Sacramento State Hornets. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Now the River Toads offense going to get the chance to start this game off. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Caught behind the line. It's Clark. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The River Toads trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fakes to grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They go to the draw. Quick spin on the run. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And now the River Toads will punt this one away. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance. They'll operate out of split backs.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. He wants to start this drive with a pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The River Toads in the hurry up.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Nice move. Made him miss again. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Tell you what, as a defensive lineman, I didn't care if I got a sack in 2 seconds or 10 seconds. You could tell he just kept pursuing the quarterback, kept chasing. All that matters is I got him on the ground, and you can go to the sideline and go, that's 1 sack for the day, baby.
Pocket breaking down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Buys a little time with his feet. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now they're going to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And now the River Toads come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the option, he keeps it. It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The River Toads with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback running on the draw, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And it's right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Number 94, set to advance on the play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Sacramento State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The run from the shotgun. Maybe a crease. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And now the River Toads are in the hurry-up.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The River Toads come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The throw. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He now has 62 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Touchdown, River Toads! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. And whistles as we stop play. A man down, they'll check on him. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking for a big play. Upstairs, he's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Running inside, it's Collins. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. It's a draw. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Moving out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. And now the River Toads will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt team.
On to punt it away.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go with a direct snap. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. He now has 72 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Looking to throw for it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The River Toads decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The run inside. It's Collins. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looking for room. It's Collins. Got a little grass. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Coleman open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're looking to throw on second and short. Under fire. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Looking for the goal line. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Sacramento State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, they now tie the game. The extra point will give them the lead. Maybe they'll be able to take that lead in at halftime. That is huge for their momentum. That touchdown, massive for their confidence as well. And they're going to have to make a few tweaks here at halftime. They're going to have to do things a little bit differently in the second half. But no doubt about it, that touchdown was huge for this offense.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something.
That's a first down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game in Sacramento. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And now the River Toads will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the boot, looking for his man. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got him. The River Toads will call on their punt team. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Gonna run it. It's Collins. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Here's a heat. unleashes one. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Collins. There's some room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. The RPO, it's complete. On the move at the 30. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And now the River Toads will hustle to the line.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He caught that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very, very short throw on the RPO.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The River Toads are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And now the River Toads come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying the left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He splits the uprights. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Number 94, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. That's caught. It's Burrell.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Coleman's got it on the right side. They'll get the first down and spot it on the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Collins.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rule will check on his condition. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's going to run it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking for space. It's Collins. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He's spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Complete to Williams over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll try to pop the draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose down the middle. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Rivertones! You're happy you got the ball back, but the defense takes it a step further and just goes ahead and gets 6.
Yeah, you just want to get the stop, right? And you get the stop, get the points. But guess what, Reese? I'm going to need another stop. This defense is going to be right back on the field. Unbelievable play, but you got to do it again.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll set up to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt.
Number 94, set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. He completes the pass, but short of the sticks. Results the same. Here comes the punt team. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
Well, this has been a defensive war. You're just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick six late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Got enough for the first. He now has 111 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Zings it complete to the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The River Toads are flying down the field. Wants to throw it. Got a man, it's Clark. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, River Toads!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him, if you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive, now to put something together to go back on top late. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. And they can't make the connection. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The run inside. It's Collins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Collins. Smashes through the tackle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 47, on to kick it away.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Back to pass on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And now the River Toads line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Gives it to the back on the draw. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Direct snap. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time it's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He goes right back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires quickly. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second down, they'll go to the air. On target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead. Touchdown, Sacramento State! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. This quarterback part of their running game. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're
caught, and he's got room. Bust through behind his pad. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The River Toads moving quickly to the line. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
correct. And you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle a great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to?
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
So Sacramento State nearly gives up a game-tying touchdown there in the waning moments of the fourth quarter, but they hold on to get their first win as an FBS school, 36-29 over FCS West / Mississippi Valley State, I believe it is. Somehow they're FCS West. I don't understand why, but let's take a look at the team stats. Sacramento State had the edge in first downs, 24-20. Total offense, 448 to 425. Rushing yards, 197 to 158. Passing yards, FCS West actually had the edge, 267 to 251. Third down conversion percentage, Sacramento State had the edge, 30% to 27%. Each team had one turnover. Sacramento State lost a fumble, and FCS West threw an interception. Time of possession battle was actually won by FCS West by almost 4 minutes. Looking at the player stats, Carson Conklin for Sacramento State finishes 20 for 35 for 251 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. For FCS West, Rob McShell finishes 20 for 33 for 267 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS West is Johnson Jensen, 15 carries for 144 yards for him. Leading rusher for Sacramento State was Bryant Collins, 19 carries for 159 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. Leading receiver for Sacramento State, I guess we need to give it to Jason Moses, 4 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown for him. For FCS West, we'll go ahead, I guess we'll give it to Tuffy Clark, 6 catches for 94 yards, though Lucky Anderson Vincent had the 1 receiving touchdown. Leading blocker for FCS West was Shelby Hawk with 10 pancakes. For Sacramento State, it was a tie between Bae Soifua and Bryson Summers, each with 7. Defensive leaders for Sacramento State, they were led in total tackles by Bugsy Silvera with 10. Tackles for loss by Fata Puloka with 2. He also led the team in sacks with 1.5. And Ryan Carthian had the only interception. For FCS West, no interceptions. Braylon Heath and Caleb Belt tied for the team lead in sacks with 1 each. 5 different guys had 1 tackle for loss to tie for the team lead there. And Mac Evans III led the team in total tackles with 13. Kicking stats for FCS West, Brock Quinn made all 3 of his field goal attempts with a long of 49, and he was also 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. Sacramento State's Josiah Stovall did not attempt a field goal, but he was 4 of 4 on extra points. Punting for Sacramento State, Wyatt Dragg had 7 punts for an average of 47.1 yards per punt. For FCS West, Cam Beacons had 5 punts for an average of 50 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS West, Braxton Brothers had 3 returns for an average of 13.3 yards per return, and Cliff McMichael had 2 returns for an average of 16.5 yards per return. For Sacramento State, Jace Wilson had 3 returns for an average of 17.3 yards per return, and Sincere Rainey had 2 returns for an average of 25 yards per return. Punt returns for Sacramento State, Jace Wilson had 4 returns for an average of 9.5 yards per return. And for FCS West, Griffin Mathers had 5 returns for an average of 7.4 yards per return. Looking at the scoring summary, in the first quarter, FCS West got on the board first with a 48-yard field goal from Brock Quinn to lead 3-0 after 1. Second quarter, FCS West got another field goal from Quinn from 40 yards out. And Sacramento State gets their first points on a 75-yard touchdown pass from Carson Conklin to Jason Moses. FCS West then gets a 1-yard touchdown run from Greg Taylor III. Sacramento State gets a 1-yard touchdown run from Carson Conklin. And at halftime, it is Sacramento State 14, FCS West 13. Third quarter, Sacramento State gets a 53-yard touchdown run from Bryant Collins. Then FCS West gets a 25-yard field goal from Brock Quinn. And it was 21-16, Sacramento State going into the fourth. In the fourth quarter, FCS West gets a 78-yard fumble return for a touchdown from Sincere Bradley. They go for 2 and don't get it. Sacramento State then gets a defensive touchdown of their own as Ryan Carthian returns an interception for 20 yards for a touchdown. And FCS West gets a 24-yard touchdown pass from Rob McShell to Lucky Anderson-Vincent. And Sacramento State wraps up the scoring with a 1-yard touchdown run from Bryant Collins, I believe. And then Carson Conklin got the 2-point conversion. Either that or vice versa. But anyway, Sacramento State ends up winning 36-29 over FCS West / Mississippi Valley State. Again, not sure how they're FCS West, but the video game just assumed Sacramento State was playing someone on the West Coast, I guess. Looking at the headline from the game, Sacramento State earning their first ever win as an FBS program. It says home field advantage. The Sacramento State Hornets are now 1-1 after defeating FCS West at Sacramento State Stadium. I'm not sure if that's their actual stadium name. Highlighted players are Ryan Carthian. He had that pick 6 that kind of won him the game. And Tuffy Clark for FCS West. You see Sacramento State was a better rated program or team. And there's the schedule. They dropped that opening week 0 game at Eastern Michigan, a conference game, 21-13. Then they bounced back today with a 36-29 win over FCS West. They're on the road at Fresno State next week. We'll see how the Hornets do there. Next game coming your way will be a 3 p.m. kickoff between Fresno State and number 15 USC. We've already seen USC once. In week 0, they defeated San Jose State 55-7, so we'll see if they can keep it up. But from Sacramento, California, the Sacramento State Hornets once again get their first ever win as an FBS program against an FCS school, 36-29 against FCS West / Mississippi Valley State, I believe it was. We will see you next time.